Yeah, Brian and Eliana, we're not just talking about the budget here. City Council member Shama Sawant says she's also crafting legislation that would ban SPD's use of chemical agents during protests, and she would also ban chokeholds against subjects. But SPD's union president tells us they warn any cuts to the force could have a really big impact on crime.
Protesters are throwing things back.
For yet another night, conflicts between protesters and Seattle police in Capitol Hill boiled over, sending smoke through the streets and spurring condemnation by Seattle City Council.
There was no provocation.
Seattle police insist they only respond with force after protesters toss bottles, bricks, and other materials. But Councilmember Shama Sawant says she was on the front lines last night and says the public is in far greater danger.
That were donned in top to bottom riot gear, and they were faced with ordinary people with nothing other than some of them having, homemade face shields.
Seattle's police union says dozens of their officers have been injured during confrontations. This morning, Seattle Council member Teresa Mosqueda promised not to pass the mayor's budget and planned to make drastic cuts to the force.
And I am committed to defunding the police, to using most of that money, 50% ideally, to invest back into communities that we failed.
Tonight, right here at 11th and Pine, is unacceptable.
But Seattle Police Guild President Mike Solon says cutting SPD's budget now threatens the safety of both officers and the public.
The reality is we're already underfunded. Public safety crimes are rising. If you remove a significant amount of money in the police department, there's going to be an explosion of crime.
But other council members are convinced years of reforming SPD has failed, and drastic action is needed now.
It's just not a healthy tree. We need to plant a new tree. And as the President Gonzalez said, we have to completely reimagine, re-envision what community policing is.
I think, oh my God.
So last week, Mayor Durkan said she would not support a 50% cut in SPD's budget. We also reached out to SPD Chiefs Carmen Best and Mayor Durkan today asking for a comment, a response to what happened during this council briefing today. We've not yet heard back. Steve Kiggins, Q13 News.